Happening next week, El Cajon Mayor Bill Wells and his band will partner up with the San Diego Rescue Mission to raise awareness about mental health.
All right, so the concert is free. More than a dozen local providers of mental health and wellness services are going to be there as well. So joining us in studio right now to talk more about it, Mayor Bill Wells and Jonni D, the president of the San Diego Rescue Mission. Thank you both for being here. Great to see you guys.
Great to be here.
Good to be here. So let's first talk about the concert.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people know that you're like a musician as well? I mean, is that a like well-known fact?
You know, I don't know if people know that. I don't try to mix the two worlds.
Yeah.
I did it professionally when I was much younger, and then I realized I had to make money and buy furniture and apartments.
All that stuff, yeah.
So I eventually went into something else. But yeah, I've always played music, and about 5 years ago, I started doing this benefit concert for the San Diego Rescue Mission, or before that was the East County Transitional Living Center, but always for homeless services. And I played with people all over the country, so they all fly in, and we get together, we rehearse for a week, and put the show on. It's a good show.
Yeah, and Jonni, let's talk about the raising awareness, why this is so important. October 10th, as you were telling us during the break, is mental health awareness.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about being there tonight because I didn't know he played any instruments. And so I hear he plays the piano, and I know it'll be a great night. But we're excited to be partnering with them on this. They asked us to join them and to co-host it. And so as an organization that's doing good work here in San Diego, we're excited about being a part of that night. And October 10th is Mental Health Awareness Day in our country. And so on that weekend, we've got some providers that are going to come, and we're going to hand out information, and we're going to bring some awareness to something that a lot of people struggle with, particularly people experiencing homelessness. You know, and you see people that are sleeping on the streets, just know that they're dealing with something. It's not that they don't want to work and that they don't want to be housed and they don't want to be sober, that they're actually dealing with something that has to be addressed. There's a difference between meeting the needs of the homeless and addressing the needs of the homeless. And a part of what we hope to do on October 12th is bring some awareness to why people are experiencing homelessness and what we can do to help them.
It's interesting because homelessness is such an issue that we've been talking about for so many years, you know, local, state, country, and beyond. Mayor Wells, you can talk about this a little bit too. You said you are a doctor of psychology. Okay?
Yes.
So you're a musician, you're a doctor of psychology, you're the mayor of El Cajon. That's a good trifecta there. How do you think the mental health aspect factors in, as Donnie's talking about, to the situation that we're in, and what can we do about it?
Well, I've been saying for a long time that homelessness is not about housing. Having worked in the emergency rooms for years doing psychiatric emergency medicine, almost everybody that I saw that was homeless tested positive for drugs and alcohol. Now, that's not to be pejorative. It just kind of is a fact. And that links very closely to mental health issues. So I've always thought if we really want to help people, getting them a house is not the way to go. Getting them off drugs and alcohol and addressing their psychiatric and psychological problems is the right first step. And then once we get people more in a place where they're able to live a better life, then help them with housing and help them with jobs and help them with training. But first things first, you got to get people to deal with these underlying problems.
Will there be screenings taking place at the event?
There will be screenings. This is really more for the public to bring awareness to them around how you get services, how you get plugged in, what you can do. We're also going to be announcing that night that we want to open up another shelter. We have successfully opened up 2 shelters in the last 15 months, all privately funded here in San Diego, one in Oceanside, one down in National City. And our vision and our plan that we've been working these last several years is to open up a 3rd one somewhere in East County. And so on October 12th, we'll be announcing our plans. We don't have a building yet. We don't have the funding yet. But we're coming that way and can't wait to begin to make more of a difference even out in East County.
Talk to us a little bit about, understanding mental health, because I feel like in the last, 10 or so years, we've started to talk about the fact that you can have physical injuries that we can see, but a lot of people have mental injuries that you can't. How important is that, like understanding what people might be going through with the injuries and the issues that you can't see?
Doctor, I'll let you go first.
Well, yeah, I mean, you said it very well. There's just a lot of hurting people out there. The more urbanized that we get, the more difficult and stressful life becomes. The more people have trouble connecting, and they have trouble with their psychiatric and psychological problems. It could be minor things, but it could be major problems. We've got people with PTSD. We've got a lot of substance abuse. We've got a lot of depression, anxiety. There's addictions to even things like video games and social media. The pressures on the average American, I think, are significantly greater now than they were 20, 30 years ago. So, one of the nice things that we're seeing is the benefit is that the stigma is now declining.
Right.
And it's okay to talk about it. You know, I think there was a time when we wouldn't have done a thing like this because it would have been very private. People was like, ooh, a thing for mental health, I don't want to get involved in that. But I think people are open to that now.
Yeah. There's certainly a lot of different elements of that too. Before we let you go, I want to ask you as the musician, because people, again, don't really know you as a musician. What's the difference between standing up there as the mayor of El Cajon, talking to people about the issues that affect their lives, and getting up there and performing, and maybe affecting lives in a different way when you're talking about an issue that means a lot to you? Good question.
Well, I just think it's fun. You know, it's so much in politics is not fun. So I always have to be the stern one, and it's great to just go up and laugh and have a big party. I try to pick songs that everybody likes. We're doing Chicago, Ray Charles, Earth, Wind and Fire, B-52s. Every song's a fun song, and these concerts are great because everybody stands up and dances in the aisles. They bring their kids sometimes, and so it's great for me to connect with people in a completely different way, in a more human way.
Yes, you do it all, Bill Wells.
He does.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mayor Wells and Donnie D, thank you guys so much for joining us here. We do have all the details on your screen right now. October 12th at the Magnolia Theater. It is the Shine and Light on Mental Health concert. Visit our website, fox5sandiego.com. For more information, we have a link where you can find the free tickets under the Scene On tab.